Today I'll be showing you how to make an operation game, and today we'll be operating on Frankenstein. So essentially, in the end of this game, you will try to take parts out of Frankenstein, and if you touch the sides, you can see I have the light over here, you can see the light goes off. There you go. So you have to make sure, you have to try not to touch the sides of this thing, and if you touch the sides like you see there, the light will go off. So your goal is to try picking all the pieces up without touching the sides. And I'll be showing you how to make this today. So to make the operation game, you need a few things. First, you need a picture. Now the picture needs to be on a sheet of paper, just a regular size sheet of paper. I had a few drawn for me because I'm not a great artist myself, but you can print some out. And I also have a picture you can download or copy and paste off my blog. You'll also need a battery, tweezers, you could use some wire too, and some alligator clips, and a piece of tin foil. So first, you want to cut a piece of styrofoam out. This piece of styrofoam is the exact same size as a piece of paper. So you need a piece of styrofoam that's about an inch in thickness, I forgot to tell you that. Between an inch in thickness and around half an inch. And once you finish cutting it out, you can just pop it out. And this is what we have here. So now with this, you need a picture. I'm going to use the Frankenstein picture, so like that one. And you also need a piece of tin foil that's the exact same size. So what we'll do first is decide where you want the holes on the Frankenstein. So by holes, what I mean is the places where it's an operation game, right? So you have holes in them where you have to take parts out of them. So maybe. So when you're ready to cut the holes out, you need to first glue this piece of paper onto the piece of styrofoam. But if you touch the piece of styrofoam directly with the glue gun, it will melt. So apply glue all over on this here. Let it dry a little, and then you stick it on. Just so it's cool, a little cool before you put it on. Now push that down, and then you're ready to start cutting the holes. So just use an X-Acto knife and cut along the lines. So now that I have the hole cut out in my Frankenstein, I want to cut out small strips of tinfoil, just a little bit thicker than Frankenstein itself. And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put it inside of him. And cut them a little longer than they need to be. And then just put them in, and bend it around so it touches the edges. Get your fingers in there and space it all out. Like that. And then fold the backs down. Like so. Now you can put in little dabs of glue to make it hold, so it doesn't all slip out later. Just little dabs of glue. Then wait for that to dry and flip it over. Once you flip it over, fold these against the sides too. And again, some dabs of glue to hold it all in place. And there you have it. one hole is filled with tinfoil. And now we're going to do that to the rest of the holes. So we have the Frankenstein done, all tinfoiled up. Now we need to put a piece of tinfoil on the back. So I cut a piece of tinfoil out. It's the exact same size as this. So we're going to put it down, and essentially we want it to touch all the pieces of tinfoil coming out here. So this piece here needs to make contact with all of these, because basically this is all going to become one big circuit. So to make sure it does that, you need to make sure your tinfoil comes along the outside. That's the main thing. Once you flatten this all out, you need another piece of styrofoam. You can use cardboard too. I cut one out the same size. And if you want, you can use cardboard. And you want to press that down. And then you can use something like a elastic band, which I have right here, to hold it all together. So now we're on to the final steps of our Frankenstein. What we'll need for this is the battery, tweezers, and one alligator clip. You can get rid of this one. And also an LED. So we'll start off by putting the LED into the tinfoil right here. So I'm going to poke it through, make a hole in the tinfoil. One end of the LED goes through, the other I'll push into the board. Now, LEDs only go one way, so you may need to try it out both ways. So I'm going to have one side of the battery touch the LED. Now, if you do it and it doesn't work, you should try switching it around. But I already know this side here is meant to touch this side of the LED. Next, you get this other wire coming from the battery. Attach it to the alligator clip. Attach the other end of the alligator clip to the tweezers. And now, when the tweezers touch the walls, some of the walls may not work because they're not attached properly. Or if you're having a problem, you may just need to push down this tinfoil better. And that goes for all the walls that don't work. Just need to push the tinfoil down better and then it should work. And you can test it by just touching this tinfoil. Oh, this fell off. You can just test it by touching the tinfoil around the outside. So this tinfoil isn't working. This one is here. This one is here. This one is too. So now you can try taking parts out. And if you touch the tinfoil while taking it out, then you lose and the light goes off. You can also do the same thing except with a buzzer. So I'll try taking this out now. Oh, saw me touch it there lightly. And if you want to make it harder, you can do more round pieces, bigger pieces. And if I mess up and touch the side, then the light goes off. Oh yeah, I touched it there a few times. Let's try that again. Yeah, I touched it. Yeah, so some of the holes are harder, some of them are easier. Just put bigger pieces in the holes if you want to challenge yourself more. Oh, touched it again. Well, I did that on purpose, but so you have to take the piece out if you touch the, oh, this is the nut, the hole that doesn't work. And so if your hole doesn't work, let me just take that out. You can try pushing the tin foil on the inside down so it just touches the tin foil underneath it, because that's what it needs to come in contact with. And now this hole works. There we go. So now, and put it in again. Play the game all over again. Put everything in whatever hole you want it to be in. And it's just like doing surgery. If you touch the sides, you kill them. That time I touched it. Oh, I touched it there again. So yeah, just put more round pieces in if you want to challenge yourself more. Oh, this hole's not working again. You'll find some of the holes don't work. That's alright. You just have to press the tin foil to the side. And there you go, that's your operation game.